Bismillahir-Rahman-Ir-Rahim. Welcome to the channel Auto Cars, where we bring you true Islamic stories that touch the heart, open the mind, and strengthen the soul. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share so more people can benefit from these powerful reminders. Today, we take you back to one of the most emotional, powerful, and soul-shaking events in Islamic history, the story of 10th Muharram, the day of Ashura, and the tragedy of Karbala. This is not just a historical event. It is a legacy of truth, sacrifice, and justice, written not with ink but with the pure blood of the Prophet's family. Over 1,400 years ago, on the scorching desert plains of Karbala in present-day Iraq, something happened that changed the course of Islamic history forever. It all began after the death of Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan, the founder of the Umayyad dynasty. His son Yazid took over as the ruler. But Yazid's character, behavior, and governance were the opposite of Islamic values. He was known for corruption, injustice, and tyranny. To legitimize his rule, Yazid demanded allegiance from key Islamic figures, including one man whose oath meant everything, Imam Hussain as the beloved grandson of Prophet Muhammad SAW. Imam Hussain refused, not because he wanted power, not because he wanted war, but because he could never bow to tyranny. He said, "A man like me can never give allegiance to a man like Yazid." And with that, the journey to Karbala began. Imam Hussain left Medina with his family and a few loyal companions. He headed toward Kufa, where the people had promised to support him against Yazid's rule. But betrayal came quickly. Yazid's governor in Kufa, Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad, crushed the movement and sent an army to stop Imam Hussain. The Imam and his caravan were intercepted at Karbala on the banks of the Euphrates River. It was the 2nd of Muharram, 61 AH. For days, Imam Hussain and his 72 companions, men, women, and children, were trapped. Yazid's army surrounded them, numbering over 30,000 strong. On the orders of Umar ibn Sa'ad, water was cut off from Imam Hussain's camp. From the 7th of Muharram, no drop of water reached the family of the Prophet. Can you imagine the thirst of a child in the desert? The dry lips of a baby crying for a single drop? That's the cruelty they faced. Still, Imam Hussain stood firm. Even as the days passed and the situation became more desperate, he continued to call Yazid's army back to reason. He reminded them of who he was. "Do you not know who I am?" he asked. "I am the grandson of your prophet. I am the son of Ali and Fatima. Have I not told you the truth? Have I not warned you against oppression?" But their hearts were sealed. Then came the night of the 9th Muharram, the night of Ashura. Imam Hussain gathered his companions and said, "The enemy only wants me. You are free to leave." But no one left, not even the youth, not even the old, not even those who knew death awaited them in a few hours. One by one, they rose and declared their loyalty. They said, "Even if we are killed, burned, and our ashes scattered, again and again, we will never leave you, Ya Hussain." As the dawn of the 10th of Muharram rose, the day of Ashura, the land of Karbala turned red. One by one, Imam Hussain's companions went to the battlefield. Each one was a lion. They fought with courage, knowing they would not return. The first martyr was Ali Akbar, Imam Hussain's eldest son, a young man who looked like the Prophet himself. He fought bravely and fell, calling out, "Father, accept my sacrifice." Then came Qasim, the teenage son of Imam Hassan. When he asked for permission to fight, Imam Hussain hesitated. How could he allow his brother's orphaned son to be killed? But Qasim insisted. With tears in his eyes, Imam hugged him and sent him. Qasim fought valiantly, and when he fell, Imam Hussain rushed to his body, crying, "How hard it is for your uncle to come to your aid when he cannot help you." And then came the most heartbreaking moment. Ali Asghar, Imam Hussain's 6-month-old baby, was dying of thirst. Imam Hussain held him up and pleaded, "If I have done something wrong, then punish me. But what has this child done? Give him some water." Instead of mercy, an arrow was shot by Hermala, an arrow with 3 heads. It pierced the baby's neck and pinned him to his father's arm. The baby died in his hands. Imam Hussain dug a small grave with his sword and buried his baby with his own hands. Can you feel the pain now? By afternoon, every companion was martyred. Imam Hussain stood alone, covered in blood, exhausted, thirsty, and heartbroken. But his soul was strong. He rode out for the final battle. Enemies surrounded him, swords cut his body, arrows pierced his chest, stones struck his face, and finally, he fell to the ground. With his dying breath, He raised his face to the sky and said, "O Allah, I submit to your will. There is no God but you." Then Shimr ibn Dil-Jashan came forward and severed the head of Imam Hussain. The noble head of the Prophet's grandson was raised on a spear. His body was trampled by horses. His camp was looted. The women, including Zainab bint Ali, were taken prisoners. The daughters of the Prophet were humiliated, their veils torn away, their tents set on fire. But even in chains, Zainab stood strong. She stood in Yazid's court and said, "I see nothing but beauty in what happened. These sacrifices were for the truth. This is Ashura. This is the day when the blood triumphed over the sword. Imam Hussain did not die. He lives forever in the hearts of believers." His stand against injustice is a timeless message that still inspires freedom movements, justice campaigns, and human rights around the world. Karbala is not just a tragedy, it is a revolution. Imam Hussein's sacrifice teaches us, never accept oppression, stand for what is right, even if you are alone, even if you have to die. As we remember this day, we should also remember what it means to live like Hussein and die like Hussein. It's not about just crying over his death, it's about changing ourselves, standing for justice, being kind, truthful, and brave. Today, let your tears fall, but let your heart rise. This was the story of Karbala, the story of sacrifice, the story of truth. Thank you for watching. May the love of Hussein enter your heart, may the lessons of Karbala guide your life, and may you never bow your head to injustice. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to your channel name for more powerful Islamic stories and reminders. Until next time, Ya Hussein, Labaik Ya